What's happening, everybody? Greg Ehrenberg here from Odd Shop. We're breaking down the Martin Luther King Monday NBA slate, and just the way that the NBA schedules their games today. The games start pretty early, so I was hoping to try to focus on some of the later games to give these bets a little bit more shelf life. But that kind of became hard to do because the last game of the slate is Lakers Rockets, and we got LeBron James is questionable for that game, so no props really up in that game, and hard to really make heads or tails of either side of that. And then we've got the Phoenix Memphis game, which also has players on the injury report, and also just not a lot that we could parse at least at this time early in the day. So I'm going to be looking at some of the later afternoon games, so at least these have a little bit more shelf life to them. But I'm also going to be posting in our Discord channel, which you get 1 week access to for free by clicking on the link below. Any bets that I really do like, I'm going to try to get them to you guys in advance, just so you could get these bets in ahead of time, because, you know, different schedule for the NBA, and it is kind of hard to put out content just based on the amount of time this stuff remains valid. But as you come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a comment below to let me know whatever it is you think about all the bets I have for today, or if you have your own bets that you just want to ask me a question about or post. I always like seeing that below in the comment section as well. And I had a couple of days off, came back on Saturday, and I placed 2 bets. They were both plus money bets and went 1-1 on them. So it ended up being a fairly neutral day. The losing bet, I had Jimmy Butler over 1.5 steals, and a little annoying because Jimmy Butler had like 14 games in a row where he had multiple steals, and I've actually bet the over 1.5 steals in the last 2 games, and he fell short of that mark in each of those. So that's a little annoying. But the other bet I had, that one, it was plus money on Mike Conley over 6.5 assists. He finished with 8. So overall, ended up being an okay day just from the standpoint of 2 bets. Both of them were plus money, went 1-1 on it. So no real issues there. But let's talk about the Monday NBA slate. These are my favorite bets of the day. For my first bet of the day, I've got Steph Curry over 5.5 rebounds. It is a plus money bet. And we actually have Steph Curry for nearly 7 rebounds in our projections over at stochastics.com. If you look at our newest betting tool, NBA Bet Pro, which you guys can get 1 week free access to by clicking on the link that we have below, Steph Curry, we have him projected as one of the best overall bets of the day because I think he's getting a little bit too much of a downgrade just from him coming back from injury. And I don't really see that as a concern anymore. He played 35 minutes in the Warriors last game, had 10 rebounds. So 5.5 when you're getting plus money on the over seems pretty low for the year. Steph Curry's averaging 6.4 rebounds per game. It's a decent matchup against the Washington Wizards. And just look at the rebounds for Curry this year compared to previous years. They're up. And it's not just the rebounds that are up. His production has been really high this year. He's been having a terrific year overall when he's been healthy. And I just don't think we have to worry about that injury, considering that he played 35 minutes in the Warriors last game. His first game back from injury, he played 31 minutes, and that was even with the minutes restriction, kind of blew past it. Second game, played 23 minutes, but the game was a massively one-sided blowout. The Warriors beat the Spurs by over 30 points. So I do think we're looking at normal minutes from Steph Curry, and as a player who's averaging 6.5 rebounds per game and is in a plus matchup, there's no way this number should be plus money on the over. So first bet of the day, and it is one I really like, Steph Curry over 5.5 rebounds. We are sponsored here by DraftKings Sportsbook, and they have the easiest way ever to make $200, guys. All you have to do is sign up by clicking on our link below, and then your first $5 bet at DraftKings is going to get paid out regardless of whether it wins or loses. So I think here's what you should do. That Steph Curry bet that I just said I liked, it has the best available odds at DraftKings. It's minus money at a lot of other sports books, but it's plus money at DraftKings. So throw $5 on Steph Curry, and then whether it wins or not, DK's paying you out $200 with this offer. Just make sure when you sign up, you use our link and click on that below when you head on over to DraftKings to get credit with that $200. Throw that $5 on Steph Curry. I think it's good value. I think it's going to win. But even if it doesn't, this offer is going to pay you $200 anyway. Now, the next bet I'm looking at, it's actually one that I bet a few times this year, over 1.5 steals for OG Anunoby. And I know for most players, if we're looking at a steals prop, you would think that the 1.5 would look like a fairly high number, but we've got OG Anunoby projected for 2.2 steals, and he's among the league leaders in that category this year. And our projection is actually exactly the same as what his average is this year. OG Anunoby averages 2.2 steals per game, and he does rack up multiple steals more often than not. He's had actually 3 or more steals in 4 of his last 6 games. So OG Anunoby, there's a couple of things that really contribute to his big steals numbers. For one, he's just good at taking the ball away from other players. But also, the way Nick Nurse runs his rotations, Anunoby just plays insane minutes. He's coming off a game where he played 35.5, the game before 38. The game before that was a blowout. He still played 31 and was in foul trouble before that. 34 minutes, 40, 46, 40. So these big minutes that OG Anunoby registers, it really helps him rack up the counting stats. And also, it's helped him in the steals department, which is why he's, right around the top of the league, averaging 2.2 steals per game. So as long as we get these 1.5 steals and it's not juiced or anything like that, it does look like it's going to be profitable to just kind of blindly bet the over on some of these Anunoby steals props. So we won on it a couple days ago. Going to bet it again. OG Anunoby over 1.5 steals. So recapping my bets for today, just a couple of them for the holiday NBA slate. We've got Steph Curry over 5.5 rebounds. That's a plus money bet. And then OG Anunoby over 1.5 steals. So let me know what you guys think about these below in the comment section, whether you like them, you love them, or if you just have other thoughts, questions, or comments, let me know that below. But also, before you leave, do me a big favor, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want more access to myself, I've got our Discord channel. You get 1 week for free by clicking on the link below. So check that out if you want to just hang out with us, sweat the bets, or whatever else. And it's not just myself, it's all the other guys in the Discord channel, on the YouTube channel. They're in the Discord as well. So go check that out. But other than that, enjoy the holiday, guys, and good luck.